バカ?
Today I'm going to be talking about a show that's so fucking bullshit, it makes Sword Art Online look good. Yeah. Let me show you what I mean. Akame Ga Kill is an anime manga created by novelist simply known as Takahiro, published somewhere around the early 2010s. It focuses around a headstrong, heroic teenager named Tatsumi. Might as well just call this anime Tatsumi Ga Kill since he gets more than twice the screen time than Akame. Tatsumi decides to venture off into the capital in search of a job to raise money for his village. Jobs usually consisted of protecting important figures in the capital, cleaning horse stalls, or working as a cashier at the local Wendy's. Then he runs into this fucking bimbo who he refers to as the boobs. She steals his money after making him sim too hard too, and then she runs away. He gets picked up by some rich girl after that with this fucking bipolar disorder and a hair problem. But he's offered a job to protect a wealthy family for a wage. Little to his knowledge, this family took advantage of the low-class employees by slaughtering them like fucking cattle. This is essentially what drives him to join the revolutionary army that's secretly trying to overthrow the capital. He becomes the 8th member of Night Raid, preceded by Akame, Catboob, Hatsune Miku, Spider-Man, a gay guy, and some girl that gets eaten alive like 3 episodes in, and their leader. I don't know how to pronounce their fucking name. The Imperial Arms are essentially the anime-esque weapons with special abilities and an ultimate ability known as a trump card. They can take any form, such as a sword, a gun, a dog, or a pair of fucking scissors. Seriously, you can't make this shit up. My favorite's probably the magic recorder, because it makes you turn into a giant ogre. Yeah, try and wrap your head around that too. Once Tatsumi joins the group, he's typically seen as just a butt monkey since he doesn't have any special Imperial arms yet. He does show off his endurance very well against the random thugs that do, even going as far as surviving against strong subordinates. It's like this until the 2 side characters get killed off, and then he inherits the powerful Incurcio from the gay guy in that group. Yeah, this is the face I make when I'm about to take a huge shit. Now, taking that our heroes here are trying to overthrow the capital, the main villains just so happen to be the Emperor and this guy they call Emperor Honest? See, I don't know which one's the Emperor. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out myself, too. But either way, this fat ass right here just so happens to be a corrupt politician who supports only rich people. Storyline just kind of floats off from there, though. Such as how there's this other antagonist seen as the subordinate of the Emperor, some girl named Esdeath. She ends up getting Tatsumi indirectly and falls in love with him, so she abducts him. The whole action part of the show essentially consists of fast-paced battles with really quick kills. And this just doesn't go for good guys killing the bad guys. No, they show no mercy for the supporting characters they happily kill off. You get attached to one of them, better hope they don't get axed to death within a minute. Oh, come on, what the hell? Well, all the romance and drama didn't even have to matter because this anime doesn't give a rat's ass about much of that. Yeah, practically everyone in this non-canon filler plot piece of shit gets killed off. And to think the relationship between mine and Tatsumi was growing for a good 2 episodes before they get fucked by the inaccuracy to the manga. There were several promises made in this show, but it was all a fucking joke. I honestly couldn't believe there'd be a story this disappointing. I didn't think the fan service in this anime was gonna be one big ass middle finger instead of a couple's wedding scene. Seriously, who the fuck thought this was okay? Turns out that when comparing the manga to the anime, mine and Tatsumi live on and have a family together. And it turns out that Wave and Kurome of the Jaegers do the same exact thing. Well, I would have enjoyed that ending a lot more. But gee, it sure is too bad these animators couldn't follow the manga just enough to have a proper ending. There's some other minor issues in this anime too. For example, of all people that had to survive in the filler plot, why let this guy who's a part of the Jaegers survive? Who the hell even is he? I almost forgot he even had a name, and a weird one at that. This poor guy probably gets less screen time than those villagers Tatsumi's always fighting for. And further elaborating on the whole death part, there's plenty of scenes which clearly show that characters were making promises to each other. And what happened instead? Take a wild guess. But here's the real slap in the face that hits you. Yeah, just to mock you even more. There's these little shorts at the end of each episode known as Akame Ga Kill Theater, and they're essentially these small little comical bits that make fun of the episode that appeared right before it. Now that you've been spoiled already, let's have a look at one for the very last episode of this stupid pile of fuck.
もっとお姉ちゃんと戦いたかった。お前はいいよな、最後まで生きてて。
原作ではあんなことになってますけどね。
What thing? Oh, that part where you get killed off and turned into a puppet? Yeah, that part? Jesus fucking Christ. It's referencing the ending in the manga, which means the animators were well aware of how big of assholes they were. If I were them, I would have apologized for this sorry excuse for an anime adaptation. I would have been ashamed for having the job of listening to my own boss and creating the last half of this fecal fuckfest of a series. I mean, ending Persona 5's anime with a bad ending is one thing because that's based off a video game. But for an anime that doesn't follow the manga they're based off of usually get those shitty looks by people hoping to see their favorite characters doing the same shit on the big screen as presented in the pages. Seriously, what's so hard about following the manga? What a piece of shit. This is an example of an anime where the developers clearly weren't thinking straight and didn't even bother to follow through for fans because they were simply too fucking lazy. Nobody deserves to watch this godforsaken ending without a warning that isn't even canon beforehand, although it was pretty much endorsed by the writers of the original manga. What bullshit. So in conclusion, this anime leaves about as much of an aftertaste in your mouth as a diarrhea sundae would. I watched this anime 3 months ago and I'm still pissed off about it. I bet I could give this anime a better ending. Akame Ga Kill? More like Akame Ga Shit.